Hey there guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Lost Odyssey. In the last episode we came to the Numara Atoll after getting the key item Ming's Heart from inside the White Boa, and we faced off against the Holy Beast. And yeah, after defeating the Holy Beast we got the accessory 1000 year memories, which increases our skill slots by 10. Yeah, that's like one of the best accessories in the game. So now I've equipped all kinds of new skills, such as reduce casting time 2, absorb magic, attack boost 2, HP up 2 and 4, MP up 3, complete defense, auto barrier, magic defense boost 2, and auto shield. Same thing for Seth. The difference is between Sarah and Ming. For Ming we got absorb attack, elements resistance up, lucky 0 magic damage, auto shield, complete defense, auto barrier, absorb magic, magic defense boost 2, max MP up 3, evade up, HP max up 2. And at the top here we have reduced casting time 1, which is something new we added to both Sarah and Ming, and HP max up 4, which is something else that's new. Also, a minor change we did was we equipped the Ogre Bangle, which is attack boost 2, onto Sed, and we gave him the 99 caliber magic rifle, which we got off the boss fight with Kakanis, General Kakanis, back in Numara, and his 3 magic heavy tanks. So now that we've buffed up our characters a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and exit Numara Atoll. And you should be back on the world map. Now, something to take note of is you're going to want to stay away from Grand Staff Construction Base. Or, not Grand Staff Construction Base, but Grand Staff itself. It's right where it was before at the Sea of Boss. And you'll know where it's at because there's on the west side of the map, there's a white ring around it. Which, as you can see, the blue dot corresponds where we're at. It's just slightly northwest from our position. So you're going to want to stay away from that at all costs because it will suck you in to Grand Staff and you won't be able to leave for a while. Don't worry, I know you guys are eager to get there because it's been a long game and we will be going there soon, but there's some stuff we got to take care of first. So back at the world map, go ahead and choose the city of Salmon. That's going to be our next destination. Once you arrive at Salmon, go ahead and head northwest to the northwest part of town and enter the last door to the north, which will be the item shop. And upon entering, the shopkeeper Auden will be rambling on about something in the back. Okay, so by talking to him, you should get the key item, the Enchanter's Mask. So now that we got that, we can go ahead and exit this item shop. And exit the city of Salmon back to the world map. So go ahead and choose one of the ports. I'm going to choose the landing point at Numara Port. And you can go ahead and bring up your map to see a few white dots flashing on the map. Now what these dots represent are new optional areas of the game. Now that we have the White Boa ship, we can break thin spots of ice to reach these destination points. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a different port so we can get one of these unlocked. Go ahead and choose the western shore of Ura. And from here you're going to want to navigate the ship. And it's so big that it's slow as hell. But head northwest. And you're going to head for the northwestern white dot on the map. You have to enter from the backside of the island. So around back you'll see some ice, and now that you have this ship you can ram through it. So go ahead and ram through it and press A to land to mark a new destination on your map, and this is called the Snowfields of the Northern Land. So now that we have that added to the map, there is also a new port added called the Northern Coast of Ipsilon. So go ahead and choose that. And we're going to go ahead and unlock the remaining optional areas, but we're just going to reference them for later. We're not going to actually go in and explore any of them until the next episode. So we're just referencing these places for the next couple episodes. What am I stuck on? Okay. So just a little bit to the northeast, you're going to see a pretty big strip of ice. And you can go ahead and punch through the ice so that we head on the intercoastal of the islands. So now we are now going, I'm going to pull the world map up for you. As you can see, we're at the northwest part, heading northeast, and you should see that we are now through the ice separating the outer sea from the inner sea. So go ahead and enter the inside area and continue heading southeast. the next white dot. Okay, now, so this dot is nothing for now, I guess. So we're gonna head southwest just a tad bit. This dang White Boa is so freaking huge, it's hard to control. And I don't know why, in God's name, it's not unlocking this. Okay. So the place that you're looking for is the inlet that we are in right now currently. Once you are inside this area, go ahead and head over the white dot and press B to launch the Nautilus out of the White Boa. So go ahead and pick a, go ahead and keep the land on the left of the Nautilus and press B to submerge. Now we're going to hunt some items in this area, underwater items. So keep an eye out for the air bubbles, and we're going to come to our first one here. Go ahead and drive over and press A to pull up an item from the ocean floor. This one is 2 Kelolon souls. Now there is a thin path that we can take. And if you submerge, you will be at a new destination. Go ahead and press A to land. And this will unlock Kelolon Village. So go ahead and choose the western shore of Ura. And now that we have the Nautilus upgraded, we can use the jump function, which lets you fly over in the air. So we can now fucking just glide over and press X to splash down back on the intercoastal of the northwest continent. So now that we got that, go ahead and submerge and head back to the thin area where the Kelolon Village was that we discovered, and continue scouting the ocean floor for items. And the next group of bubbles are going to contain two glacial ices, and then just a bit farther west is another group of bubbles. This contains a seed. Now you're going to notice a weird group of bubbles here. We're going to come back to this. This is actually something secret, but we can't do nothing with it for now. As you drive over it, you'll get a couple dots. Just reference that for later, because we can't do nothing with that right now. But just a little bit further to the north, we're going to find the last group of bubbles. And this contains a slot seed. So with all the underwater items, I'm going to go ahead and continue around underwater just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure that was the last one. There should be 4 underwater bubbles here. And you'll notice an underwater object here. Now this is something that we're going to do later, but for now, don't even worry about it. Just pass it up. And that takes care of everything, so go ahead and surface. And head back over to the White Boa. Press A to store the Nautilus into the White Boa. And press RB and choose the Northern Coast of Aura once you're back on the White Boa. And I'm trying to unlock this port here. So once you go back through the thin ice, go ahead and sail just a little bit southwest until you see a sandy looking beach. And you can press A on that to land. Now this should unlock the port we were looking for, called the Northern Shore of Ipsilon. So now that we have found a few new areas, go ahead and choose the port called the Eastern Coast of Ipsilon for our next destination. Now you're going to want to sail just a little bit to the east. And then head north. And you're going to head for the northeast dot. Go ahead and head around back of the island or the continent and break through the thin ice. And this should unlock a new destination. Press A to land. And you have now discovered the Pirate Fortress location. Also, another port is unlocked called the Northern Shore near Pirate Fortress. So go ahead and choose that as a port. So from here you're going to sail west. And then look, there's going to be a bunch of ice on your left, so go ahead and look for the first strip of thin ice that you come to, which is going to be a little ways west, and go ahead and break through this ice. And you can land to unlock yet another port. And this is called the Northern Coast of Odyssey. So once you have that unlocked, go ahead and head down to the ports and choose the Northern Coast of Odyssey. And from here we're going to travel further west. And we're looking for the next dot that is just slightly west of the northern coast of Odyssey. or you can punch through more thin ice. Once you have broken through the ice, press B to launch the Nautilus, which will be deployed on the other side of the thin ice, where you can press B to submerge to the ocean floor. Once underwater, go ahead and look for a underwater tunnel. And this will unlock the Forgotten Cave. Now you're going to want to watch out in this area because the monsters are pretty tough. So remember, we're not going to be exploring this area. We are just referencing this for later. So after you are finished with the scene, go ahead and get back on the Nautilus to exit this area. And press B to surface. Then go ahead and ride back over and store the Nautilus back into the White Boa. Then go ahead, once back on the White Boa, press the right analog stick and move to the nearest port. And the port we're going to choose is the landing point at Numara Port. Now once you're here, we're going to go ahead and head east. And sail through the hypercurrent. And then head a little bit south so that we can get around the island or the southeast continent. And at the southern tip there should be some thin ice we can break through here. So go ahead and break through that thin ice and then press B to launch the Nautilus. and submerge. Now we're going to be looking for a underwater tunnel. Go ahead and follow that around, and then press B to surface. We should now be at a small inlet. Go ahead and drive over to the west and press A to land. And we have unlocked the final area, the Temple of Enlightenment. And also, we unlocked a new port called the Eastern Continent East Lakefront. Or no, this one is called the Eastern Continent West Lakefront. So go ahead and choose that port again to be taken back outside. Then submerge. And head back through the underwater tunnel. Back to the White Boa. Store the Nautilus in the White Boa. And back out of the ice. And you can press the right analog stick. And then go ahead and choose the landing point at Numara Port. So that should cover it. We have all optional areas unlocked. When you're finished, press right bumper to be taken inside the White Boa. Once inside the White Boa at the pilot house area, go ahead and use that healing point and then save your game. And that's going to conclude this episode of Let's Play Lost Odyssey. Now that we have all optional areas unlocked, we can go anywhere we want because we have the White Boa and we have an upgraded Nautilus, which will allow us to fly, so it makes travel much more convenient. So I'll see you guys on the next episode of Let's Play Lost Odyssey, where we start exploring these newly found optional areas and see what kind of good treasure we can find.